She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually gonna just tune in real quick and do a small tutorial on a negative liner slash purple look. And this is how I look like without any eye makeup. I already done my eyebrows and my base. So basically it's only the eye look left to do. If you're new to my channel, my name is June and I haven't been able to do a lot of makeup tutorials for a while because of work. It's actually quite late right now, but I just felt like why not do one quick video before I go to bed. All the best ideas always come during the evening. Okay, let's dig into the makeup look. I will use the Makeup Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette. So I have this one called Monster Mattes. The funny part about this product is that some are not very pigmented and some are super pigmented. It's like a roulette, so it depends on which color you will use, you will get the pigment or not. It's a risky eyeshadow palette. And also this one, all the shimmers in this one are super creamy and easy to use. And the mattes in this one are actually very pigmented, so it really depends on which one you buy. And I can think that pigmented, like vibrant colors are harder to make. It depends on which brand, of course. Revolution is a very affordable brand, and I have also these two other ones. And this also is a very vibrant one. If I compare those two to each other, these one are not that vibrant as this one, as you can see on that yellow there. It's almost neon yellow. I will do another makeup video later on in the future about me reviewing these palettes. So I will start with this Monster Mattes. I will start with priming my eyelids, and I'm using a drop primer. Just gonna dab a small amount on my eyelids and then use my finger and just tap that in until it absorbs completely. And then I'm gonna take the Monster Matte, and the colors doesn't have names, they have numbers. So I'm just gonna take number 13. Number 13, it's a light purple one there. Just gonna take a soft blending brush and dip it in on the tip and just start to shaping the eye. So I'm just gonna push it into the crease and then brush it out. As you can see on this side, I actually made like an almond shaped shadow shape. Just I'm trying to do the same on the other side. Just gonna use a circular motion to really pack the pigment in there. And I think actually when you use these kind of pigmentations or these kind of matte eyeshadows, it's very important to use a primer or an eyeshadow primer. Yeah, eyeshadow primer or a concealer, so the pigment have something to stick onto, because sometimes matte eyeshadows doesn't really stick too well if you don't have a really good base, sticky base. I'm just trying to really shape the eyes at the same way. It's hard when you already finish one eye and not doing the step-by-step on both eyes at the same time. It's like the transition shade. And then take another brush, a clean blending brush, and then just blend out the edges a little bit, very softly. Don't have any pressure on my brush at all, because I'm holding very far away from the tip. Makes the brush even lighter, and brush it very softly on the edges. And then I'm gonna take another blending brush and jump into this darker purple here and just put it in the crease. And why I'm using a blending brush instead of like a round eyeshadow brush is because I like how soft it makes it look if I use another blending brush to apply shadows with eyeshadow with. Just gonna take a little bit more, because the other side I can see how much pigment I need to use. Sometimes actually when I look at myself from straight ahead, I have a hard time to see how the shape of where eyeshadow stick onto, which shape it does. So sometimes I just lifting my chin and then I can see the shape. If I do like this, you guys can see it makes this shape. So it's better looking up just to see, because your eyes will automatically, what's it called? Unfold. I think it's called something like that. So you can see where you put your shadow and which shape it has. So now I can also see how it looks like compared to the other eye. As you guys can see, it's almost the same now. Just put a little bit more. So I'm gonna jump into even darker purple. So I think that is the one here. Just on the tip. Very small amount. And just fill in a little bit more to the crease, only on the outer side of your eye. Something like that, just to create a shadow in the crease. And the same thing there, looking up, so I can see where I put my eyeshadow. It feels like I'm very focused today. So yeah. I love purple, by the way. It's actually my favorite color since, I don't know what's it called in English, but here in Sweden we called it like mellanstadiet. It's easier if I tell you how old I was. I think I was 12. When I was 12, purple was my favorite color. So I had a purple room when I was younger. It's a shame that purple is very hard to work with, but I'm actually surprised that this palette is very pigmented. It does have a lot of fallout. You just saw me blow out the fallout. The pigment is actually quite good for a cheap palette. It doesn't mean that it's bad because it's cheap, but usually, I mean, purple is like very hard to make, like to produce for a makeup company to like get a very good purple pigment. So I do recommend to buy these if you're like looking for something cheap but yet a good product. Next step is actually the shimmer I had on the middle of the eye. So I'm just gonna change my palette to this one. This is so cute. Look all the natural colors, like neutral colors. And this palette is called Large It Up. As you guys can see, I'm just gonna open it for you guys. As you guys can see, there's a lot of shimmers. As you can see on that black one, it's like a disco in there. Anyway, so you guys can see there's a lot of shimmers. And you can see my fingerprints on almost all of them because I couldn't resist to swatch them. So I'm just gonna take this light purple one, and I'm actually gonna use my fingers. I'm just gonna use the tip of my fingers. I actually doesn't have a long nail on this one because of it. I use my fingers sometimes to do makeup because, as you can see on my other nails, they're a little bit longer. And that is why. So I'm just gonna take on the tip because it's easier to apply with precision if you have it on the tip of your fingers, because this is, if you put it on there, it's like too big area to work with. So I'm just gonna put it on my fingertip, and it's so creamy. As you guys can see, it's so creamy. It's insane creamy. And then just push it on the lid like magic. And that's it. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm just gonna change focus on the camera. That is so pretty. Oh my god. All the shimmers in all the Makeup Revolution brand are so easy to work with and are so creamy, and just so in love with it. and I've been using Makeup Revolution for almost 2 years now. When I started to discovering them, I have actually a lot of Makeup Revolution products, like this one. This is actually a baking oil. It's like a primer but oil based, so it's very hydrated, and yeah, it does do what it should do. But if you're a very oily girl, you shouldn't use this because you will get too oily and your makeup will fall off. So just use a little bit amount, because if you open it, it's like this drop thing. So you just need a little, just 1 or 2 drops just to spread it out on your face. Anyways, moving on to this makeup. I don't have a white eyeliner actually, so I'm using a very light concealer, and this one is actually also from Makeup Revolution, and this is the shade Banana. So I'm just gonna open it up. I'll take this one, and I take an angular brush that I use for my liner, and then do a liner with this concealer. Usually when you do liner, you drag the color on, but with a concealer it's harder because it's a concealer. It's supposed to blend out. You're supposed to blend it out, so it's not that easy to put it on as a liner. So you have to like dab it on. Dab it on as close to the lash line as possible. That is how I usually do my liner anyways. So it doesn't mean that you have to do it, but I think the way I do my liner is how I try my best to complement my eye shape. Something like that. Yeah. Yes, and my lashes are white now. And yes, the next step is take a brush, a stiffer eyeshadow brush, and then jump into the larger up and take the matte white color. Wow, there's a lot of fall off, but it doesn't really matter. It's a good palette anyways. Just gonna take that color, the white, and dab it in on the concealer. Just to enhance the liner even more and also make it last longer. Something like that. As you guys can see, it's so like it's there. You can really see it now. My lashes are so white. So I'm actually gonna take a mascara just to get rid of the white. If you don't do that and just let it be, you will see it through your lashes later. Actually, I'm gonna jump in back to the darker purple there with the same brush I used before. Line my lower lashes. And also under the liner, just to sharpen it out a little bit. As you guys just saw, I just made it even sharper by putting a darker shadow underneath. And then I'm gonna take the concealer I had on the brush and line my brows just to make it even more intense. Oh damn, I just messed up. And then I'm gonna take my fingers to blend out the concealer. Usually you use a brush for this, but I like using my fingers just take the most out of it and then take another brush and blend it out even more. Okay. Hello. You will just came in and asked if he could take my ice cream that was in the freezer, not in fridge. So I'm just gonna take the other side of the lashes and put it on. So I will do that off camera because it's gonna take forever for me to apply my lashes in front of camera. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, this is the finished look. The finishing look. I can't even speak. It looks like on both eyes, of course. And I just realized these eyelashes are, I think I applied them in a different ways. So that's why this one looks longer and the other, and it even made my eyes look different from the other side. It's hard to use new lashes because sometimes you have to reuse the lashes before it like come in shape into your eye shape. And these are new ones, so that's why it doesn't really work for me today. But I really love these lashes. I actually bought them from I don't know which website it was, but because it was a Swedish website, it's almost like Amazon, but it's a Swedish website. So you get like 5 pair of different styles, and yeah, they're really good actually. I even have a friend in England that ordered the same pair but from Amazon, so it does exist. You just want to try them out. It's very cheap and they are very good actually. I'm very and it doesn't look too glammy, or was what you're gonna call it. It looks very like you can wear this every day if you want, because it's only makeup, because it's just makeup, it will come off. So if you want to have green eyeshadow someday, do it. If you want to have a little pink vibrant color someday, do it. Yellow one, do it. It doesn't matter, it's just makeup. Anyways, yeah guys, I'm just gonna finish this video here. I'm just gonna end this video here, and I'm just glad to be back on YouTube, I guess. And I missed you guys, really. I've been so busy for almost, I don't know when I uploaded a video the last time, but I really miss doing videos. So I will be back now and trying to convince myself and just get a new energy to do videos again. So I hope you guys like this look. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you like the video, and I will see you again.